So the 4th of July is the celebration of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I said, so let me get this straight. So the 4th of July is a celebration of the signing of the Declaration of Independence from England, the colonizers who were sent from England to colonize America and to kill the savages and to cleanse the land of the heathens and to rob and to burn down and to destroy cities, towns, government, walled cities, and to replace it with a European colony, to set up colonies among all over the border where they would eventually bring in military, armies, weapons, disease, germ warfare, and slaves. The colonizers who got here said to the motherland, their motherland, now that we're here and we have colonized and we're going to take this thing, we don't want to be a part of you. We don't want to be dependent on you no more. We want to do our own thing. And we want to do our own thing, our own way. We want to be able to kill as many people as we want to kill. We want to be able to rob and spoil and set up a colony to where whatever we want to do, we'll do it because we're free. The colonizer said, let's write a declaration. We're going to make a declaration, and it'll be a declaration of our independence from England. We're going to celebrate that on the 4th of July. Every year I try to let it slide. Oh, by the way, shalom, shalom, shalom. I see you in the room, shalom. Every year I try to let it slide, but something in me just, the hypocrisy, the mental, what's the word? The cognitive dissonance that is involved with a people who, by blood shed, who by the taking of innocent lives, the murdering of millions of people, and the enslaving and the murdering and the raping and the torture of millions and millions of people, have nerve once a year to say to the people that they murdered and the children of the people that they murdered and the children of the people they enslaved and the children of the people that they poisoned and the children of the people that they tortured and the children of the people that they beat and brutalized, and to this very day have broken every word, every treaty, every agreement, who have run my people, y'all know, I keep telling y'all, run my people off of their own land, and on the other side, enslave my people, then require me once a year to turn around and worship with them as they celebrate a declaration, that's all I'm trying to get to, of independence from England. So first of all, I'm against the whole thing, but that was some ungrateful and wicked-minded people who took all the resources from England, took England boats and England ships and England money and England power and England this and everything, and then when they got here, they said, oh, hell, to hell with England. Shoot, you see these mountains? You see these rivers, these streams? All we got to do is kill these people, wipe these people out, and we can have all this. Boy, they said to hell with the king and everybody else. And they fought and made a declaration. And at the same time, declaring their freedom was whipping and beating and killing and enslaving my people. And then they want me to celebrate it. They want me to worship with them. They want me to fly their flag that enslaved us. Now, I'm only doing this because I had to get it off my mind. I had to get it off my chest. I do it every year. I say I'm not going to say something, and then I end up saying something. Look, want the truth? The Declaration of Independence is a farce. It's a scam. It's untrue. It's not biblical. But it's a facade for the very heathen that claims the Declaration of Independence from England has found himself totally dependent. Think about that. I'm talking about dependent completely on foreigners, foreign labor. Foreign goods, foreign technology, foreign cars, foreign everything. Boy, they tried to get rid of the foreigners and the real money. Made a couple of phone calls, said, listen here, Donald. Donald, I'm President Trump. Again, we like president stuff. Negro, we drink and smoke cigars. Stop. Donald, listen. We depend on them. You can't, I don't know what you're doing with this, crossing this border thing. Talking about everybody got to go home. Hey, stop that. This country has become dependent. they shouldn't be mourning. I mean, they shouldn't be worshiping and celebrating independence. They should be mourning the loss of their independence. That's them, though. That's the heathen. So let me read this. Let me read a word of what the Bible say. Oh, I just had another couple of verses just popped into my head, but I'm gonna try to stick to the one. The question is, how did they get it? How did they get what? The land. How did they get it? How did they settle it? How did they colonize it? We want the truth. If y'all can see the moray and hear me all right, I didn't even say that. Where are we at? You know what? I'm about to get out. Put a 500,000. Just came in here for a moment. Put a 500,000 if you can see me, hear me okay. I just want to say something and I'm going to get out the room. I want to talk about what the Bible has to say. I see the 500,000 total Rabbah. I'm not trying, you know I am. I was going to say, some of y'all going to think I'm trying to ruin your little celebration. No, I just think in the last days, it's time for the truth to be told. I think in the last days, why should we still be operating like we dumb stepping fetchits? I tell you all this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. You're not watching the rise of a nation. You are not watching a nation excel in greatness and be built to its to reach the place of power and dominance as the world superpower. That's not what you're watching when you watch these United States of America. What you are watching is a kingdom that's collapsing. You're watching a dominion that is diminishing. You're watching judgment. And just like the Titanic, and some of y'all saw the movie, even though the ship is going down, can't be saved, they still playing music on the deck. The question is, how'd you get it? Go with me to the book of go to Numbers chapter 35. Come on, go with me. Ain't gonna be long. Go to Numbers chapter 35. This is what we were instructed as the house of Israel. And these were our instructions, and it had to do with us. The apple of his eye. How much worse is it going to be on this heathen? Let's look at it. Put that in the chat. Numbers 35. Let's start at verse 9. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When you become over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall appoint you cities to be the cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person unaware. And they shall be unto you cities and refuge for the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation in judgment. So, yeah, when you get to the land, somebody accidentally kills somebody on accident, there needs to be a city set up where the killer can go, because it was an accident. He didn't do it on purpose. And because he didn't do it on purpose, he can go there. And the avenger, according to the Bible, of blood That means the kinfolk to the one he killed will meet him at the city of refuge. And the congregation will at that point hear the trial to see whether or not it was an accident or was it on purpose, so that the judgment can be properly given on the situation. Do we let the killer live because it was an accident? Or is the killer killed by the kinsman redeemer or the kinsman avenger? Let's see. It's in the Bible. Oh yeah, and all you heathens, I'm Dr. Yoshiyahu Dawid ben Israel, called in these last days to be a seer for the house of Israel. But I also know that the heathens look at what I'm teaching. They come in the room and they carry these Bibles around. So I have you open it. Go open it. It's in the Bible. Yes, that part you say been done away with. You a lie and a wonder. Ain't none of this book done away with. Let's read it. Ready? And you shall, and they shall stand before the congregation in judgment. And of these cities, which you shall give, 6 cities shall you have for refuge. And you shall give 3 cities on this side of Jordan, and 3 cities shall you give in the land of Canaan, which shall be the cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be a refuge for both the children of Israel and the stranger, and for the sojourner among them, that everyone that killeth any person unaware may flee. If it was an accident, then you can flee to the city, but you still have to face the judgment. Verse 16. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, wait a minute, what? It don't end there? No. If he uses an iron instrument, a staff, a club, a sword, a shield, if he uses an iron instrument, so that he die, if he smite him with an iron, so that he die, he's a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Verse 17. And if he smite him with throwing stones, that's slinging, solid instrument, solid. Throwing a stone, tying a stone to an arrow and shooting it from a bow, or putting a stone in a muzzle and firing it with the backing of gunpowder, is still slinging a stone. If you smite him by throwing a stone wherewith he died, and he died, he's a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he smite him with a hand or weapon of wood, all the bats, wherein he died, and he died, he's a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. He shall slay him. Did you see it? If you saw it, put an 800,000 so I can get out the room. Don't want to keep you long. I did a quick Google search. I did a quick chat search. You know, I went on the computer and asked it a question. I said, was this nation founded violently or peacefully. I said violently. Did they help the people when they got here, or did they hurt the people? Oh, they hurt them. Did they help them live, or did they kill them? They said they killed them. Did they share the land, or did they displace the people? He said, oh no, they displaced the people. Then I asked, did they set the people free, or did they put people in slavery? They said they enslaved people. And you think you're going to get away with it by just signing a declaration? Okay, that's on you. This has already been written, though. This already been declared. This is your declaration. The Moreh is reading it to you. Now, if you ain't done none of this, don't worry about it. But if this is your record, boy, you got something to worry about. Let's read it. Because this is what happened. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meets him, he shall slay him. But if he thrust him of hatred, or hurl at him by lane of weight, that he die, or the enemy smite him with his hand, that he die, he that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meets him. And but if he thrust him suddenly without enemy, or have cast upon him anything without laying await, or with any stone wherewith he may die, seeing him not, and casting it upon him that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm, then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. What? If the evidence come out. If the truth comes out. If the truth come out, man, that it was murder, slavery, killing, robbing, stealing, according to the Holy Bible, trouble, the avenger. Now, because I said I wasn't going to make the video long, how about I find a quick exit around here? Verse 25. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. But the congregation shall restore unto him the city of his refuge, where he was fled, and he shall abide in it until the death of the high priest, which was anointed with holy oil. But if the slayer shall come at any time without the border of the city of his refuge, whether he fled, the revenger of blood find him without the border of the city of refuge, the revenger of blood shall kill the slayer. He shall not be guilty of his blood. Ooh-wee. Because he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the slayer shall return to the land of his possession. So these things shall be for a statute and a judgment to you throughout all your generations and all your dwelling. Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of the murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death. And you shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land until the death of the high priest, of the priest. So you shall not pollute the land. Wait, what? Yeah. He said, because if you do that, you pollute the land. When you kill people, you pollute the land. When you use weapons of war to take something that's not yours, you pollute the land. When you enslave people and beat them and kill them and murder them and steal their life and cut it short, you pollute the land. It's polluted. I don't care how many declarations you sign. This land has been polluted. So you shall not pollute the land wherein you are. Watch this. And I'm out. For blood. What? It defiles the land. We see what the Most High declares. For blood, it defiles the land. Okay, Morehyosh, what about that? Well, the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Did you hear it? You know it's in the Bible, right? The only way that this land can be cleansed of the pollution of bloodshed is that those who shed the blood, their blood must be shed. So we were warned as a people, as Israelites. We were warned. What is that? Verse 34. Defile not therefore the land. We were told that. Don't defile it. Don't shed innocent blood. Because if you do, your blood is going to be shed. It's the only way it can be justified. Now, I'm going to tell you something, you heathens. Listen, our ancestors, I'm talking about my Hebrew Israelite ancestors, they didn't think this was true. They thought this was going overboard. They thought this was too much. And so they disobeyed the Most High Yah when they got in the land. They started operating against this wickedness, and as a result, we were given into your hands. We were turned over to the worst of the heathens. And what you did to us was worse because you furthered the affliction. And then had nerve to make those who you were afflicting celebrate your declaration. And tomorrow, unfortunately, you're going to have some of our people shoving swine flesh down their throat and singing songs that they ought not, and eating roaches, land roaches, swamp roaches, mud roaches, gulf roaches, pots of abomination in honor of your declaration. But according to the Bible, you don't have the last say. My king said, is mine to give. You shall know the truth. What does that mean? Everything's coming out now. The truth is coming out. You're going to know it. And for those who have accepted Hamashiach, then you'll be free. But those who have rejected the king, rejected his people, rejected his word, violated all of the law, all of the statutes, all the commandments, all the Torah, murdered, theft, stole, trying to build a city without Yahuwah, except Yahuwah build a city, unless our Yahuwah build the house. Haven't you read it? The builders are building in vain. It's a weak foundation. It's toes, it's iron mixed with clay. It's toppling right now as we speak, while they celebrate a declaration of independence. This nation is more dependent on other people than they've ever been. This is not what we need today, Zion. Hear the Moreh. Let me help you. We don't need a declaration of independence from England. What we need is a declaration of independence from this heathen, from these satanic rituals. We gotta declare ourselves independent of the captors. But it's not enough to say this is the Declaration of Independence. We also need our own declaration. What is that? The Declaration of Dependence. Preach, Moreh. This is my declaration of dependence. Unto thee, O Yah, do I put my trust.